Hi everyone, today we will be doing something a little bit different. I have two products, two polygels to show you. And the first one is the product made by exclusive ENailCouture. It's called Happy Gel. It's a tube gel, so it's a clear color. We will be doing it on one hand, their full system, and on the other hand we will be doing a similar type of product but made by LCN. And it's also a polygel, but it's in a jar. So, and I have a few colors to show you. But I'll show you the colors, but we will also be doing clear on the other hand. And we will be comparing the look, the clarity, and how the product files, and also how the product wears. So it's going to be a two-part video. And I will link the second video with the LCN below. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna put this away for now. And let's start with the Happy Gel. I'm going to prep the nails. And we're going to shorten them because Ron cannot stand these long claws. So I'm going to use the electric file for that. And I have a fine sanding band. I don't use the mediums anymore. I'm going to prep these nails with 180 grit, very, very light pressure. I'm actually not pressing down on the nail because it doesn't really need to be very rough. It just needs to have the shine removed. And I actually might use a buffer block on one nail and see how that works. You could also use 240 grit. I just don't have the 240 grit right now. We'll try, so this is an interesting part. I got these buffers a long time ago and I got like a huge amount. And I tried to repurchase them and they are coarser now. Oh. So I had to buy the black ones that are also like finer. Yeah, because this feels, it looks almost like, I don't know, 180 grit, and this one is like 240 or less, so I don't know. 240 or more actually, meaning it's softer. But because the buffer block has give, it kind of will always give you a softer kind of a finish. Alright, so I'm gonna brush it off a little bit. Now the exclusive ENailCouture recommends using, at this point, their prep product. And I'll show you what I mean. But I really always like to scrub the nail, because I find that just putting something on the nail is just not effective. So this is the nail prep, and this is what you would do. And this would clean the nail. But I'm going to use a wipe and a prep, like a generic prep, to, I don't know, to just scrub the nail, because I just really like to make sure that all the dust is cleaned off from the sidewalls and the area around the finger even, because sometimes we touch the skin around the nail and then somehow touch the nail and it transfers back. So now we're going to use this product, which is a primer. It's a acid-free primer, but still it should not touch the skin, so you have to be careful with it. And now I am going to be using the clear, like I mentioned. So I'm gonna put some alcohol in here. I'm gonna pour some 99% alcohol. So the exclusive ENailCouture can be used with a apparently a monomer as a slip solution, but that kind of really scares me. Because, let me just grab something. Monomer should be used with powder.
Okay.
And otherwise, if it's not used with powder.
If it's not used with powder?
When the monomer is not used with powder, it has nothing to react with and form enhancement, so I just don't understand why would anyone use monomer if they can use alcohol. So, but that's just me. And I'm just gonna make sure that the brush is nice and clean, that it's soft. And let's go. So I kind of squeezed this a little bit too prematurely, so now we have the gel coming out. So we're going to, this is going to be too much probably. I'm going to be working with maybe 2 nails at a time because I'm not very familiar. So I've used also gelish, let's do 3. And I find that this one so
I think
far,
I want to put the cap on.
I know, I will.
Because I can see that
It's coming out.
Yes.
So I've also used the gelish version of this product, and this one seems softer, much softer to move around. So I'm kind of curious how they kind of always advertise these products as so much faster, which I guess with time, once you really get the feel for it, it might be faster. And I am not going to put too much product around the cuticle because I will put a gloss there. It kind of went clear, eh? From yeah, so this one, I have to say, it moves really nicely. But I put way too much. It kind of like almost levels slightly, and you can move it around nicely. Another thing to remember is that you don't want to be using too much of the snip solution because it kind of, I guess, can dilute the primer. Again, a little bit too much product. And now I'm just going to smooth it. I just want to make sure that I'm kind of smooth at the cuticle area because I don't want to be filing it too much over there. Wow, way too much. But yeah, I don't know why. We have tendency to do that. Do you smell it?
No.
No? It smells like candy.
Smell?
Yeah, seriously. Can you smell it?
No.
I think something might be wrong with your nose. So this was kind of like a better amount. Put it too close. We're gonna have quite a lot to file. Okay, put it in the light for a few seconds. All 5 of them, it's always easier.
Of course.
We can practice filing. Did you feel it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, pull it out.
Oh, I
yes,
did.
so it does, well, which one, pinky or
Actually, all
them?
3.
Okay.
All 3 of them.
Okay,
I did.
give me this one. So they say it doesn't heat up, but it does.
Oh, it does. Oh, hold on. It does smell like candy.
Mm-hmm.
It smells like jujubed.
I kind of prefer when products don't smell too much, to be honest.
Hey, I don't mind if it smells like candy, though.
It makes me hungry. It's not a good thing. Your nails look quite thick.
Got some duck beak going there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like quite.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a process for removal.
For shaping.
Sorry.
I'm gonna shape it.
Yeah, shape it. I was thinking.
So now,
product.
Yeah. So I've used this product, not the clear one. I just did use it on my thumb to test it, but I have been using the pink one for little repairs for my clients. So if they have like a missing corner or something like that, and it's been really working well. That's why I wanted to give this a try and just do like a kind of a full set. So I don't think we have to kind of try to make it super perfect, because I guess that perfection kind of comes with time as well. So it will happen eventually once you get the feel for the product. But we can always file. Because with this kind of product, because it's not setting up and it's not really running, you can actually kind of sit and try to perfect the nail like for an hour. So surprisingly, I thought I didn't have enough product, and I kind of do for this nail.
It goes to show you.
So
that
yeah,
it
you
really
kind of
goes a long way.
yeah, so you kind of need half of what you think you need.
Mm-hmm. Or else you end up with, you know,
A duck nail.
duck beak nail.
Mm-hmm. So this would be good for overlays, I would say. Oh, someone is driving their bike. I don't know if I should add some on the side. This is the thing with the clear products, unless you don't see how much you have. You know what? Put them in a light, please, for a few seconds. And I still have a little bit on a spatula, so I'm gonna add. Okay, pull it out.
Yeah, there's heat spike.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So I'm just going to add the tiniest amount. So I kind of did this in like 7 minutes, so it's not bad. Okay, let's cure it. Considering that I'm very, very new with this. So I would say once you kind of get the feel for it, you could probably apply it in
I
like,
would say about half the time.
yeah, exactly. So 10 minutes maybe for both
Yeah.
hands.
Is that it?
No.
I was just gonna say that was quick.
So we are going to shape these ones. And I'm going to use a couple different things. I'm going to use the sanding band and I'm going to use ceramic.
Use what?
Ceramic.
Ceramic. Ooh. Is that the pink one?
Yes. Because I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of work. Well, they're a little thick.
Yeah, especially that pinky. That's okay though.
And we're going to wipe them with alcohol as well. Don't they look pretty? Let's just leave it this way.
Quack, quack.
It kind of, you know, actually leveled a little bit more than I thought it would. So it kind of went under the free edge. Well, kind of dripped off the free edge a little bit. Yeah, because when you're pressing it down, some of the product
It just kind of overhangs a bit.
Yeah, because it's it's not set yet.
Less is more.
Yeah, definitely. The thumb actually, which not surprisingly, it was the last nail. It turned out the best. So it files. It files like gel, like a hard gel.
Yeah, like you can see it's really.
It's powdery,
yeah.
But it's not as hard as liquid and powder, as acrylic. I mean, all of those products are acrylic products, but as liquid and powder, not as hard. But I would say maybe.
Because it's filing really nice. Yeah, it's really.
It's nice,
powdery.
but it's not very soft. It's not as soft as gelish.
No.
No. So I'm going to, again, this is going to be not something that I would kind of do normally, because once I'm comfortable with the product, I follow certain kind of a roadmap. And I'm filing, but this is kind of ridiculous. We have to reduce this.
And that's part of the learning process, right?
Yes. And I have to say I really like their ceramic beds. I find that they last a long time. They stay sharp.
Yeah. Because you've had these for quite a while already, yeah?
Yeah, I got more along the way, but they kind of, they stay.
Now with the older ones that kind of dull out.
Yeah, it's because of the solution.
No, actually, what I was just going to ask is, what do you do with them once they kind of dull?
Throw them away.
Yeah. I thought maybe they might have had like a, once they get to that point, you could perhaps use them for different applications of some sort.
Not really, because they're carbide.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna use this to shape around the cuticle or the perimeter of the nail. I'm going to do that part by hand, but I just want to reduce this area that's super thick right now. One thing I don't understand is when they kind of advertise these products as they don't create dust. Like how?
Right.
There's dust. Normally I would have actually the fan a little bit higher. And this is the Nova Flare, which is quite quiet, but on camera it sounds louder. This camera picks up everything, so that's why I don't want to kind of go crazy with the volume. But yeah, you could use it a little bit higher. So I'm just gonna smooth this out and then do the rest by hand. I think my pinky is too short. So I'm not actually putting pressure. This is quite easy actually. I used to do hard gel, obviously, more than I do now, but so not that I forgot how to shape, but it's kind of, I haven't done it in a long time. And also I've always, not always, but for the last quite a few years I've used electric file to shape the nails, but it's kind of nice to shape by hand as well, if your shoulder's not killing you. What do you see? What do you see?
Oh no. Right there.
What?
It's just kind of
uneven, you mean?
No, just a little bit of a sharp point there.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's just
Do you
underneath.
see? There we go.
Oops. I'm gonna turn the hand around to see how it looks. And then I will do that again when all the nails are done, but this is pretty much done. Yeah, it's different because normally, which I'm used to hard gels, they kind of round off, so you never really have, unless it drips, but you don't have a lot on the sides. And with this, because you kind of pat it down, you do have a lot on the sides, which kind of actually is a good thing because it reinforces the sides a little bit more than the gel, because with classic gel it's sometimes the product moves away from the sides.
Well, and that's one of the
shrinks
things
back,
I've noticed. Right? Yeah, so you get that shrinkage. You usually have a lot of weakness along the side wall.
You could, yeah.
When it comes to product, but it's trying to find that right balance because obviously you don't want to like flood it. With
No, exactly.
Product, right?
So when I do the free edge, as you can see, I'm not going down like this.
No, you're pulling away.
Because the ends, I like when they look really sharp. Like when the line of light ends at the nail, because if it doesn't, if it rounds off, they end up looking like the infamous chiclets. Yeah, they don't look as natural. I'm going to try to get underneath that free edge a little bit, because I have a feeling there's still some product underneath.
Yeah, it feels kind of feel it.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you do this, so you don't like hurt someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it,
Yeah.
and we'll see how it goes.
Hold on, just let me. Yeah, it feels better.
Yeah. So we're just gonna leave it. And you know what? It's good to test products this way too and see what kind of produces what kind of results.
Of course.
And you know, when we're doing the rebalance, so we're gonna try. This looks a little thick on one side here, but whatever. We're going to do the rebalance 2 weeks from now, and we'll see how it all looks. I keep looking for that kind of a milky pink gel that is semi-transparent, but it's kind of a fresh looking, not a cover pink, but something that can be put over the whole nail and it doesn't discolor the white too much, but it could be used as an overlay. Like LCN had this product, and that's what I was hoping with this other product, they had the pastel. I can't remember the name, was One Component Pastel or something.
Okay.
It had that slight milky pink look to it. It was so pretty. Because with these type of products, because the product is so beveled at the cuticle area, it is going to blend in with the natural nail perfectly. And then it's going to add a little bit coverage to the whole nail. Oh yeah, finger hurts. That one. It's from the years of boxing. We punched people too much in the past. Karma.
Yeah. That's what I get, right?
Yeah. Yes, you're trying to check something?
Yeah.
What do you see?
Just looking.
Okay, let me just see. I'm still gonna use a buffer
Yeah.
to even it out. So we'll double check once that's done. And again, I'm not building a huge apex or anything like that or any thickness to them because this is natural nail overlay. And the nails will be short and they will stay short, so they don't have to be that thick. And from what I understand, these products are quite strong to begin with, so you don't want to be adding kind of, well, you don't have to be adding too much strength. Okay, so I'm just going to use a buffer to smooth the nails just a little bit. This one looks a little thick still, the pinky. try to... It looks a little bulky, but I don't know where the bulk is coming from. Can I have your hand this way?
Yeah.
I think it's just thicker generally, so I'm just going to reduce it a little bit. How do they feel? Normal?
Just give me a second here.
Okay.
I'll let you just strap that up. I'll tell you in a minute.
But so far you don't feel any tightness, nothing like that?
A little bit on the ring finger, and it's more here.
What about it? Like thicker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it seems to be more along the free edge when I'm feeling it.
Yeah, there could be still tiniest amount of product there.
Yeah. I think it's more what I'm feeling than anything else. Right?
I'm going to use the other file. If I could pick it up. And just...
Now, I would assume that you'd be using that one because it's thinner and it can get into tighter areas and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna cut the skin as much as the other files.
Yeah.
All right. So let's clean them up and get all the dust. I'm just gonna push back the proximal nail fold, the skin, and I'm going to add tiniest, because there's a, especially with this one, so this one is kind of done the way I wanted to do them. So there is a gap, which is perfect, because in that gap we'll put the gloss and everything is going to blend beautifully. But now I'm not going to use this big brush because it's going to be difficult to, so I'm just going to take this primer brush, take a small amount, dab it off, and without touching the skin, gonna add the primer here. And in my opinion, it just helps for the top coat to stick. And now we're going to be, you know, my stomach is making noises again. This is like classic. So this is the Shine E.
Shine E?
Mm-hmm. It's Shiny E.
Shiny E. Gotcha. Is that one of your brushes?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, it's actually a brush stolen from a Dior nail polish.
Ah.
So, because this is, okay, put it in the light. Because I'm applying this all five always. I don't know why people tend to kind of, okay, pull it out. A few seconds. And then because then they hit their pinky or something if they're trying not to put their thumb under the light. So because I'm putting this over like kind of a known surface, because I'm not used to this product, I don't know if it slides or what happens, or if it wrinkles or whatever. Well, it shouldn't wrinkle. Okay, goes in the light for a couple seconds. I will just flash cure it, okay? For a few seconds to make sure that it doesn't flood in anything anywhere. Because I'm going really close to the skin. Okay. This looks super clear, I have to say. Okay. And when it comes to thumbs and these lamps, I always tell clients to kind of lift their thumb a little bit, because the bulbs are a little bit higher on the wall. And sometimes when people don't put their hand properly, the corners here, which are actually used the most when you think about it, on your thumbs, they don't cure properly. Okay, goes in the light. So can you lift your thumb a little bit?
It's elevated, yeah.
Okay. Let me just see. I'm actually going to walk around the table, and that's what I do with clients. See how their hand... Yeah, perfect.
See? I know what I'm doing.
So you're paying attention to what I'm saying.
No, it's just years of experience. I'm a professional.
You're a professional model.
Professional model, yes.
Okay, so let's just do it another time.
One more?
Yep, because this has to cure, I would say, for 1 minute.
Okay. And there's a little bit of heat spiking from it as well.
Top coat, yeah. But when did you feel it at the beginning?
Right at the beginning. Like actually when you were flash curing.
Exactly.
You feel it. So.
All right. Okay, so this is the end result. This does need wiping, so doesn't require wiping. I think that looks really good. Okay, so this part is done, and next we are going to use the LCN products, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.